Yes, and we're live. I will say welcome to this mini seminar. Today we're gonna have a look at filter delay. So I'm gonna hit Command F to the search modes generally. So hit filter delay, double click, and here you can see the filter delay. Right now, if I turn it off, I just have this sound. And if I just turn it on, so the factory settings sounds like this. So a big reverb, or delay, sorry. And the first thing you would see is the input is left, right, and right. So let's kill the first two. So now we just have, right now, a very fast delay because it's synced to my BPM, and my BPM is 174. So let's crank that down to, let's say, 125. So now it sounds like that. So this is synced to the BPM, so it's 1/16 notes, 2/16 notes, 3, 4. So it's actually just a regular delay. And you can see everything else is grayed out. So now we can only do feedback. We can do 100%, so it will keep on going like this forever. Then we have the volume. So it actually get louder, 60 dB louder than the delay I would put in. So if we hit 0, and this will be 0, it will be the same loudness as the input sound. And of course the feedback is only 52%, so we'll die eventually. So if you see, normally it will say dry wet. So if we say 0 or infinity dry, minus infinity dry, then it's only the wet. So when actually I push down on my push, it will not give us the sound until this one is completely at 0 dB. Then it's if it's dry wet, it's in 50. So 50 wet and 50 dry. That's how that works. I would use this normally compared to a regular delay. This I would take the sync off, but I'll come to that later. So if we concentrate on the left, so it's only the left side now. And you can see we panned this all the way to the left, of course, because it's the left side, but we can have this on 0 as well, the center. So now it's just like the middle one. And then we have a filter that's why it's called filter delay, because it has 3 filters on each, one on each delay. So we can control how we're gonna hear the sound. Cool. And everything is actually the same as the other 3. So why have 3? One on the left, one on the right, because then I'll have this, let's say, an 8th note, and a 4th, and a third. Then it will be kind of jumping all around. And you can see this is 4 dB plus, so let's take that to 0, and that to 0. And then maybe have the right one be a little higher, this one just a little bit in the middle, and this one in the low. That's normally how you would use this. But I would actually go further, because if we take the left and the right off and hit this sync button, now it says time. So let's dial up the time. It will still do what we will do normal, but then I will crank this up to 100% and then dial this down a little bit. And maybe take this up a little bit. And you can hear it gets this kind of a stretchy sound. It's because it actually has 3 different modes that is not shown on the delay. So if we right click up here, you can see we have repitch, fade, and jump. The jump is kind of weird because, let's take this down a little bit so it stops the sound. If I hit it now, it will still sound the same, but if I dial this down now, it's kind of gritty because it's trying to find the next sound in the delay without pitching it or fading it. So it's just trying to grit it to the delay. But you can get some great cool sounds with this. But it is kind of, yeah. I would not use that a lot, the jump, but the repitch is the one I would actually use all the time. So now it behaves like an analog delay that it would normally do. And you can actually, when you sample these sounds, they're pretty unique. Cool. What I would do next is have these on time, everyone, and then I will group this. Hit Command G, I will group, and then I can open up the macros. Let's see if we can get this to center. Here we go. Then I would set the time to map to macro 1, map to macro 1, and map to macro 1. And then I would rename this time. Then I would say this one map to macro 2, and this one to macro 2, and this one to macro 2, and call this feedback. So now we can change the feedback time on all 3. And then the last one I would do is actually the volume on 3. And 3. And 3. Go over here and rename this. Volume. And the next thing I would do is I'm gonna zoom out again. Hit the map on time. Find the delay time here and set these kind of different. Maybe not that much. Just different, all 3. And go out of the map again. Now we can see I'll have this on 0. And the feedback, I would crank that up to 100. And let's hear it now. So the time right now is just 1 millisecond. So now we actually have a bell. If we take that higher. And we can control how much we're gonna hear these. And if I go to my push, and now I can We can also just take it on fades, then it won't repitch. And hit this one. And you can actually hear the sound when I turn it off. It's too clean. Now it sounds great. Take the time up a little more. Feedback some more. Delay a little more up with the volume. Take the feedback down a little bit. Now we have this kind of off delay, but it's still really listenable. And we could, you can see this one, we can actually map to macro 4. If I can hit the right spot here. And this one to 4, and this one to 4, and call this frequency. And again, we can put the map up here, and let's find frequency here and change them a little bit, the different ones. So if we take the frequencies and go up, you can see they're kind of pushed differently. Let's open them up a little bit more. And now I can just and then we can say if we don't want to look at these, just go minus minus. So now we have 4, and we can give this a red color, green color, blue color, and a pink color. And then I could say rename and call it Cigno, that's my name, and filter lay. Hit enter and hit the save button. Now I've captured this. So now when I want the filter delay, I can always go in and change the main things I want to change. So, is there any questions? No. Okay. Well, that was filter delay for Ableton. Hope to see you next Wednesday. It's gonna be a pretty cool night, so hope to see you there, because we have my friend Mark Falgren that is gonna come and show his Push 3. So this is a big night. So please come to Rumkraft to see it, or touch it and feel it yourself, or go on YouTube at Rumkraft's YouTube page and look at that from there. See you next Wednesday. Bye.